tusisinkanye omukulu Conwell Muleya yali CEO wa Uganda Airlines. Tubadde tulina okubeera ne management ya Uganda Airlines ng'ekulembeddwa omukyala Jenifer Bamuturaki. Twatumye poliisi lunaku lw'eggulo kumuleeta talabise tannalabika. Tugezaako okutegeera kubanga Jenifer Bamuturaki ayinza okuba nga si ye nga ye, ayinza okuba nga waliyo abanene babegawe abamukozesa kati togendayo mu kakiiko ako obakola bwoti nakibwe ebityo bingi byetugezaako okutegeera era nga nina essuubi tujja kubitegeera kubanga ebize bibeerawo okutiisatiisa kaki n'owulira bali minisita n'agamba nti lwaki mugezaako okukyankalanya omuntu sekinnomu bwebityo kwegamba abantu abamulwanako ye nga ye bangi ate nga banene. So olunaku lw'enkya tugenda kubeera wano ne minisita wa finance ne minisita wa works and transport. Twagala batunnyonnyole kubanga be bavunaanyizibwa ku Jenifer ono era be bamubuulimu be bamugamba aleme kujja wano kukola accountability egy'eggwanga kubanga zino ssente si za muntu sekinnoomu, ssente za bannayuganda. Bannayuganda baba balina okutegeera ssente zaabwe zikozesebwa zitya. So tugezaako okutegeera era katusuubire nti ne Parliament ejja kuyingira mu nsonga eno kubanga gino emirimu tugikola ku lwaffe, tugikola ku lwa Parliament. So kati omuntu omu bw'asalawo nti nze kaakati sijja kuddayo eyo oba ki, twagala tutegeere kubanga bingi ne bitulaba mu mawulire ng'abanene babyetabamu. So twagala baminisita ekya batubuulire baani abeetabye mu nsonga eno, baani abakiinamu interest kubanga oyinza okuba nga oli awo nga Jenifer Bamuturaki tali yekka ye nga ye nga bwe twazuula ekya pineti yaani pineti nga tunoonya pineti eventually eggwanga litegeera pineti yaani. So kati eggwanga kansuubire tujja kumala tutegeere baani abali emabega wa Jenifer Bamuturaki. So baminisita abamuvunaanyizibwako bagenda kujja wano batubuulire oba be bakikola bonga baminisita oba waba waliwo ababasingako abali mu kintu kino batubuulire tukitegeere.
Tubalabe nga mukyaziza yali komasiriko wa Uganda Airlines era alina ensonga z'amukola ezimu zamulemesa omwali enguzi n'abamulina byonna biva ku.
Yes, Conwell Muleya yali CEO wa Uganda Airlines. Kibadde kikulu okubeera naye leero atunnyonnyole kubanga yali in charge era yali ku abo abaatandika Uganda Airlines. So bingi byatunnyonnyodde era ng'agamba nti eventually abamugoba mu Uganda Airlines be yali alemesa okubba ssente. Atuwulidde yali alemesa abantu abamu okuwa emirimu ab'enganda zaabwe abalemesanga CEO. Then waliwo abalala abaali baagala okuwa emirimu kampuni zaabwe nga procurement regulations tebazigoberedde. So mu kulemesa abantu bano yagamba nti abantu abo be yali alemesa ate be bamusindiikiriza ne bamugoba mu Uganda Airlines. Neera atubuuliddeko n'ebimu ku byaliwo mu kiseera kye yali CEO. Waliwo omukulu omu teyagoberera procurement regulations, yali procurement manager era ekitongole ne kifiirwa ssente. Era ye ng'agamba yali ayagala omuntu oyo agobebwe naye ate bakama abo abamusingako ne bagamba nti ate tumugoba tumuwe omulimu omulala era mu kitongole kyekimu. Kati awo waliwo ovuluga atategeerekeka. Ekirala kyatubuuliddeko nti waliwo kampuni eyitibwa Ababata era nga kampuni eno mukyala Jenifer Bamuturaki agiyinamu omukono era yaweebwa omulimu mu kiseera Jenifer Bamuturaki bwe yali commercial director. Era kyovudde olaba abantu bano kampuni eno teyayita mu mitendera gya procurement balina okolayo nga yo tewaliwo competition nti kati ono atadde ku bidi nooli then tulabe ani asinda bagiwa omulimu yo nga yo. Naye ate ebizibu ebimu ne bijja over invoicing. Mu kunnyonnyola kwe kampuni eno era nga Jenifer Bamuturaki akirimu nga bw'akinnyonnyodde, Jenifer yali ayagala kubba ssente eza Uganda Airlines. Bwekityo bwe kiri kubanga kampuni bw'ebanga erina kusasulibwa $44,000 naye ate actually ya kampuni yali erina okusasulibwa $17,200 naye ate mu Jenifer n'ateekayo invoice ya $44,000. kiba kitegeeza bali baagala kukolawo njawulo bw'oziteeka mu za Uganda miliyoni 8 mu miliyoni 7 miliyoni 8 mu 7 yenjawulo gye baali baagala okukola omulimu bw'obanga obukoze nga gwa ssente zino ate n'oyongeramu mu kusaba ssente n'ogamba nti zeyongeddemu bweziti ze mulina otuwa. So atugambye nti ekyo yakizuula era ne bakiremesa era n'agamba nti olaba mukyalo ono yasooka okugobebwa luli bwe yali ali commercial director. So ye kuno Muleya gamba bangi abaze bamulwanyisa nga balina bye baagala okwefunira mu Uganda Airlines. So bingi naye nina essuubi nti tujja kutuuka ku ntobo y'ensonga zino zonna zonna. No, speaker actually kumutegeezaako biki ebigenda maaso kubanga babeera yatuwa deadline naga nti kati njagala mumalirize speed naki kubanga entities nyingi nnyo era mwamulira ku flow namala okuteekayo report ya Uganda Land Commission naga nti kakati mwine ebbanga tono mukole speed. So tugezaako kukola speed naye waliwo abagezaawo okulimisa. So naye twagala yenyigire mu nsonga eno ategeere kiki ekitusaze speed kuba kakati zino nnaku ziri bbiri abantu bano tebajja. Alina otegeera lwaki tuluddewoko okukwasaganya ensonga zino naye bannayuganda babeere bakakamu eventually bajja kutegeera ani ali emabega wa Jenifer Bamuturaki ne banne kubanga bw'oba tolina nsonga yonna lwaki oba otya okuwa accountability eri bannayuganda, lwaki oba toyagala kwennyonnyolako bw'oba tewali buzibu. Waliwo omukyala gwe twali tunoonya mu nsonga za Uganda Land Commission BOBIWINE oye yabulira ddala yadduka ne mu nsi n'agenda tetumanyi wa gy'ali kubanga waliwo emivuyo mingi gye yeetabamu era katusubire Interpol eventually ejja mukwata. So kati bw'oba tuli mwerufu tuli bulambukufu ate nga bwe wali okola nabo batubulira nti omuntu oyo yali awa kampani ye emirimu ate nga bongeramu enjawulo naki kwegamba ebibuuzo bingi nga ansa ntono naye nina essuubi tujja kutuuka ku ntobo y'ensonga zino zonna.
Monthly allowance of 70,434,000 shillings. Yeah, it was an allowance. And I have to tell that at this time when I came in as the consultant, government had a proposal from sections within Uganda who wanted to have the business plan prepared for a fee of $3 million.
Mr. Chairman, for the interest of time, just look for us figures up here.
So 29th June 2028, consolidated allowance again, and I became a task force member to Uganda Airlines, the same money, 7434. It's carried out because I was a consultant. Extension 8th May, same terms and conditions. Acting CEO, 4th September, they added now, they put me on the payroll under PAYE, so they protected me 70 allowance, and it became 118,381,747. Yeah. Because they added the PAYE. Yeah, otherwise, it's 10%.
You got sugar in the food. What else we are seeing is
118,381,747.
180 million.
Yes. Reflecting 2020. 19th February 2020. That's when it became 126,065,454.
126.
126,065,454. I became technical advisor. Like I said, I was appointed to the task force. I was not even in this country. I received a letter from the Right Honorable Prime Minister. I don't know the process that was carried out to arrive at my appointment. I was outside this country. So that's how I came in. When I came in, there was nothing like Uganda Airlines here. That's what I was explaining. There was no plan, no paper, no desk, nothing. I had to build a plan. I had to build everything, negotiate. Honorable members, this is not a small task. It is not. I was going into meetings reading a 300-page agreement on aircraft purchases. On my own, we get to the meeting, nobody has read it. Do you know how hard it is to do this work? Now you have the airline there. I save you out of, yes, this is why, that allowance. Because this thing, somebody has to work to make it a reality. Criteria to give a short list and do it. Now we thought it was a foolproof system that will allow us to have independent recruitment processes without influence the peddling. The issue came now at the time of interviews. When you select interview panels, later on we discovered that it is at this stage that the influence was coming in from forces outside, which ended up slowing the recruitment process, because most often the interview panels would not agree on candidates, and we couldn't understand why. So that is those are the forces, some of the forces outside.
Maybe one final one, then I'll bring in my colleagues again on that issue of forces, because you mentioned, so yes, there were forces trying to influence recruitment, others trying to profit from procurement and so on, and you say you rejected all of that.
Yes.
Who were those forces? Do they have a name? Do they have an identity?
Unfortunately for me, I would see it only through my managers. Because my managers, you know, you study people, my managers would slow down something for no particular reason. And when you dig deeper, you will find that it's because maybe they have received a call from someone, maybe they have been trying to make a deal with someone. So those are the issues which are addressed with my managers. And I would sit them down and tell them, don't create this type of relation, because an airline is a fast-paced industry. When we agree and we evaluate, we are supposed to move, there is one team. Yeah, there are people who would ask whether they could supply something, but you always direct them to the right channels. So there is a tender document, you apply there, you do it. I can assume that probably all of myself were receiving such calls. But you would notice where there is a problem when the inertia sets in. It is obvious that you should go with A on something. And then they start arguing for no particular reason. Then you call them and say, what is it that is wrong? And unofficially you would get to hear other things. So these were the issues which we needed to deal with. And fortunately, we dealt with them without losing monies during that period. And so those were the forces outside without elaborating too much. The Honorable Member asked about aircraft manufacturers and whether there were issues there. When we were buying the first aircraft and choosing, especially choosing between on the long-haul aircraft, we had presentation from both Boeing and Airbus. And of course, we evaluate, and we found that the Airbus was a much better fit for Uganda Airlines and Boeing. That type of rivalry is there in any country. The two big manufacturers, they compete, they pitch their products, you evaluate, and you see what fits you best based on the road structure and network. Of course, each manufacturer wants their products to be done. And I do recall that during that period, there was a strong lobby from the losing manufacturer within Uganda for two various parties. That strong lobby came through. We heard about it because there was a complaint that came through an embassy to say that we had not given a chance to their manufacturers to make presentations, and that we had selected.
Which he said and was not paid. You remember you asked the question, because for me I thought it was paid. And I was going to ask him how was it paid when he was the CEO, because he should have stopped it. We really need to thank him for doing that. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Chair. I would also like to first thank him for what Honorable has said, but on that, did he write to the appointing authority on what was going to take place like this over invoicing? Because it is perturbing me to say that the person who was doing that again was appointed to be the CEO. Then another question is, he said that there were several people who were convinced that during his time, that there were several people who were convinced that there was something going wrong at the airline. So, what are these people? Another thing.
That is when the minister came and took out the management. And all the publicity that went there.
Are you saying that because you were fired?
No, I'm not. Because I know the image of the airline was dented. It didn't have the same profile at all. And after that, so we need to clean the airline's image and make sure that it's thriving again in the marketplace. It's got the same reputation that it has at the beginning. So I would say the things that were envisaged when the airline was planned, which is no political interference, no undercapitalization. You should have people who are committed to the interests of the airline's management. You should have people who are competent and properly experienced to do structures of the airline. You should make sure that the airline is supported in terms of travel by all stakeholders in Uganda. Because this is the airline, it's a baby. The moment you want to travel, you have to decide, do I go Uganda Airlines, do I go another airline? It shouldn't be such a debate. When you think of flying to areas where it's flying, it should naturally be because I'm spending government money, I'm doing this, it should be Uganda Airlines. Because when it grows, it provides employment, it provides linkages in the economy, we can export our products, we can expand our route and outreach, and the economy thrives. So these are the things that will make the airline grow. But at this stage, I believe that you need to put a strong management team with the governance structures that are there to protect the airline. Without doing that, then it forever be limping. As long as governance is not strong, and you don't have a strong team that can manage and build a strategy that takes us from where we are in infancy into a mature organization with all the linkages worldwide and with structures and systems that enable it to eliminate all the bad practices in the industry. And then the airline will strong.
Okay, I want to thank you, Mr. Conrad Murela, for coming today.